Hello and welcome to the first episode of As Seen on PC, a podcast focused on everything PC gaming and more. My name is Adolfo and I'm here with Goose. What's up, Goose? What you been up to?
I've been a lot of bad things involving Sombra.
Sombra from Overwatch.
Yeah, I'm really burned out about that.
What's wrong?
It's a bad ARG. You ever played an ARG?
No, I haven't.
An ARG is an augmented reality game, so it's a game outside of the game, right?
Oh, a game outside of the game. Okay.
So you have to basically play detective. You have to like solve puzzles and do all that stuff, and that's the too long didn't read version, right? But like, this has not been very good, only for the reason that everything we've solved so far with Sombra has just been bad. Like, we don't have anything, like no rewards from this shit.
No rewards. So Sombra's the new character of Overwatch, correct?
Allegedly.
And so far, what's the progress on that? What's the latest?
I would say we are currently in the last clue, like November 1st. It seems like everything has already led to like November 1st being her release date.
November 1st. I see.
Yeah.
Is that from all the clues that you gathered so far? Now, is that from the clues that you've gathered, or is that officially Blizzard's?
That's just from the clues we've gathered. But Sombra has never been officially been acknowledged ever by Blizzard.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So let's get the show started with some news and rumors.
Stay a while and listen.
All right. So there's a couple of things on the list for the news and rumors today. Well, the first one is speaking of Sombra.
Right.
Is the BlizzCon 2016 taking place November 4th through the 5th in California.
It's only 2 days. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's only 2 days. I thought it was longer than that. I believe it was longer before.
I was about to say it was like last week, like 3 days or something.
I don't know. I remember all the old BlizzCons being a 3-day thing, and then there was that 1 year that BlizzCon didn't even happen. I don't know. Maybe it was something's up with that.
Maybe they just don't have much to show anymore.
That's true. That could also be true. So speaking of BlizzCon, there's a lot of rumors going around.
Right.
Something had to do with new Diablo. I'm not sure if we're talking about a remastered Diablo 2,
Okay.
a new expansion pack for Diablo 3, or just brand new Diablo game altogether. There's been some tweets around going that, I believe one of the developers says Diablo's gonna be good. Just wait for BlizzCon or something like that.
Okay.
I can't get that quote up right now, but I'll have to look into that. What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen with that Diablo franchise?
So I'm not like a huge fan of Diablo because I never played it. I only know of you playing it and of your brother playing it. That's where I got the whole like no pots thing. When dueling. But like, other than that, I don't know. But like, from what I hear from Diablo 3, I think it's time to abandon ship because that thing has been going down. It seems.
Really?
I mean, that's what I've heard. Like, that's what I hear. With like the launch date being terrible and the auction house being just rigged as hell, and then after that, I just haven't heard anything like much from it.
Yeah. Well, the new season came out, season 8, I believe. I've been playing it quite a bit. I still enjoy the game. I still like running around, but yeah, it does get stale after a bit. After you get everything, you collect everything. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's new. Maybe it's a new expansion pack that they need. Maybe you're right. Maybe they just need to jump ship and just bring out Diablo 4, World of Diablo. I don't know, or the remastered Diablo 2.
No, but like I feel like if they did do a Diablo 4, that might also be bad, just because like it would show like a sort of like untrustworthy thing. Like, how can we trust Blizzard to make good quality games if they're just going to jump ship so early? Because didn't that game come out like 3 or 4 years ago?
You know what? I'm not sure when that game came out. But yeah, that's, yeah, I mean, Diablo had a big, just a big, it was very disappointing at first. And, I mean, they fixed it, but maybe a little too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. we'll see what happens with that. And if it is the Diablo 2 remastered, hopefully it uses one of the new engines, the new Diablo engine, the new and not the old one, just with updated graphics and stuff like that.
Does
I'd like to
Diablo
see
3?
that.
Does Diablo 3 use a new engine?
Yeah, it's definitely a new engine. It uses the StarCraft 2 engine, I believe.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say the same thing with Heroes of the Storm. They use the StarCraft 2 engine.
Yeah, StarCraft 2. Yeah. Speaking of Heroes of the Storm, what do you expect to see from Heroes of the Storm in BlizzCon?
I mean, they're going. I think they have this sort of real steady track going on with Heroes of the Storm. I think they know exactly what they're doing because every month it seems a new hero comes out, and that's a really nice and steady pace that they've been going through.
Yeah.
So I don't expect much. Just like maybe a new map, or maybe that's too soon. They already had a new map last month or 2 months.
Yeah,
ago?
didn't they add a couple of new characters from Overwatch, from the Overwatch series?
Yeah,
they added new characters.
Zarya.
They added new maps. I think they added recently. They added like a StarCraft oriented map.
Yeah.
I haven't played it myself, but from what I saw in the trailer, it looks pretty good. I did play a new recent addition to what they have. It's like a brawl. It's like a you get to select out of 3 random heroes. You get to select which one you want, and everyone just fights in the middle. It was a pretty good game. Pretty good game mode. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, I don't see anything else coming out from that game except for maybe new game modes, new maps, and new heroes.
Yeah, with games like Heroes of the Storm, it's like you can't really do anything surprising. It's like they'll probably like announce Zul Jin because he's been like teased so many times, but other than that, I can't see what else they can mention.
That's true. So let's move on to Overwatch. Like you mentioned the Sombra thing.
Yeah.
You mentioned November 1st. It's like the day she's supposed to come out, but I mean November 1st is right around November 4th.
Yeah, it's right around
BlizzCon,
the corner.
right around the corner, BlizzCon. So you think they're gonna bring her out before BlizzCon, or you think they're gonna wait until BlizzCon to announce her?
Well, I don't know what they're even doing with Sombra. Like I'm hoping she comes out November 1st, but if she is announced on November 4th, that'd be just the same. It all just seems like next week is gonna be big Sombra news. If not, then fuck this ARG because I am so done with that.
Big Overwatch news in general, right? Content, the competitive scene.
Yeah. The competitive scene that's been lacking from what I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last major tournament they had was like really. It was criticized for having too many of the same characters just over and over and over again. Everybody would use Reinhardt. Everybody would use Zarya. The same characters, so that really opened Blizzard's eyes, and they were like, "Oh shit, we got to revamp some of these characters like Symmetra and Bastion."
Well, yeah. It's in games like these, there's characters, there's champions that are just too OP, and they're the go-to champions to win matches.
Yeah.
So I see that a lot in a lot of competitive gaming. That it's the meta. It's the flavor of the month. This is what you need to run this comp. This is gonna get you the win. And a lot of teams just pick that. That's how it is.
Yeah. That's why I usually don't watch that kind of stuff. It's hard for me to watch because I hate that same stuff we see over and over and over again.
Right. Yeah, it gets repetitive after a while. It's fun. There were some leaks with Sombra and her character. Now, was that her actual model? You believe that's her actual model?
Oh my god, that is so hard to say because within that leak. In the same page, you could see that it says, Junkenstein and Zomnik's new Horde mode. It's like everything was right there.
Yeah.
And Sombra was right next to it, but it never came to fruition. And that makes me really scratch my head and makes me wonder what the hell happened there. You know?
And from the design of Sombra, what do you think? From this leaked design, this allegedly leaked design of Sombra.
Me and my friend were talking about this. She said that Sombra looks too Brazilian.
Yeah. My brother looked at the leaked design, and he's like, well, she just looks like she doesn't belong in the game. Again, we haven't really seen it, so It might work. It might not.
I mean, there are characters of all kinds of shapes and sizes in that game. You know, it's hard to say who fits in what game, but like McCree is a cowboy, man. Like what the hell?
Yep.
But Sombra, yeah, it's just something about her design is very just off. It seems like something out of a cyberpunk game that's not Overwatch.
Yeah. Well, maybe you don't know. Maybe they're gonna change some aesthetics. Maybe.
Maybe
new
that's
map
what they
to
were
go with
going
her.
for.
Maybe. Yeah. So let's talk about StarCraft. What are you expecting to see from that?
I know fuck all about StarCraft. Like, you know more about that than I do, I feel, because I've played that once, and that was with you guys, and that's it.
So I was following StarCraft for a bit, but after the new expansion packs came out, that's when I stopped. So I haven't really followed it through to the last expansion. I believe there's 3 expansion packs.
Right.
I just haven't really followed it from there. I don't know. I really don't expect them to show much. Maybe I think they were just aiming for 3 expansion packs and that's it. But who knows? They might surprise us.
How is the competitive scene in StarCraft?
I mean, it's still going. I don't follow it.
Okay.
I was never really a big fan of the competitive scene in StarCraft. I know a lot of people who are, but me personally, no, I don't follow it.
Because I remember the hype for that game, StarCraft 2, when it was announced. It was like, oh my god, it's so big. They're gonna revamp the multiplayer and all that stuff. And then I do remember the StarCraft community like actually being big, the multiplayer being big. Mm-hmm. But like after a while, I was like, it just, I don't know. Maybe it was just me because I never followed StarCraft. But it was like I never really heard anything after that.
Yeah. Well, wasn't there some rumors going around that they're going to well, not rumors, but I guess they're going to remaster StarCraft 1. Okay. They'll probably show something of that in BlizzCon. I can see them showing that, but otherwise I don't see a StarCraft 3 coming out.
Yeah. I'd love to play StarCraft, really, because I do love RTSs. It's just the only ones I've actually ever liked and like stick through to the very end was like Command and Conquer.
Yeah, great game.
That was the only one.
Yeah. And talking about RTSs, Warcraft. Man, Warcraft.
It used to
be
an
to say
RTS.
About Warcraft. Yeah, it used to be an RTS. And I'm still hoping for them to announce Warcraft 4. Would love them to go back to those roots. Doubt they're gonna go back to those roots.
The only reason they would is if they like totally cancel World of Warcraft, like they're done with it and they're just gonna go back to Warcraft 4. But even then, like the RTS scene is like died off. Like the 90s and the early 2000s was like PC gaming was all about RTSs,
Yeah. But you never know. Maybe they have something up their sleeves with Warcraft 4. I know they're having a huge success with World of Warcraft and the new expansion Legion.
I hear it's really good, Legion.
Yeah, from what I heard, it's good.
Have you played it?
I have played it, and from what I've played, it's good. But maybe sometime down the future, they decide maybe it's time to make a Warcraft 4, scrap World of Warcraft, and make a new World of Warcraft 2, right?
I don't know. I love World of Warcraft. I always come back like every other year, just like everyone else,
Oh yeah, it's like everyone else. Everyone leaves it, comes back, leaves it again, comes back. It's like their, it's like their go-to.
It's like that itch you can't scratch. You need to go back to war. Like I think for a moment, I don't know if you were with me on this, but you and I think we stopped playing World of Warcraft when we were trying to look for like another MMO. But every time I would find a new MMO, I was like, man, this isn't World of Warcraft. I don't like it,
Nope. Now, a lot of people are like that. A lot of people are the same, A lot of people try, and a lot of people fail, and they go back.
Yeah, and like sometimes I'm like trying to convince myself, like, oh, Guild Wars 2 is great. But it's not World of Warcraft.
Yeah. All right. So second thing on the news and rumors list. Bethesda,
right,
said that their policy is no review copies being sent out for their new games. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
That's fucking crazy.
That's yeah. I think that's insane. That's I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like, I think this isn't like a black and white issue, right? Like, a lot of people like to think that if a game does not give out review copies, it's automatically a bad game. It's a terrible game because they're the game company's
trying to hide something,
they're
right?
trying to hide it. But Doom did not give out any review copies, and then as soon as it came out, people loved it. It was a great game.
Yeah. It was a great game. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just I feel like this may have to do with Fallout 4, possibly, because that was their latest game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So when that came out, it did not. It got positive reviews, but it didn't get as many positive reviews because
it was overhyped, and I guess they were expecting better, but
yeah, and then
it wasn't. It didn't live up to the hype.
There were some people who were like, the PC version is just garbage. It's so laggy, and I think Bethesda, I feel like Bethesda should set their standards way higher than what they showed with Fallout 4, because it was a lot of people said it was like glitchy and laggy and just like it had so many bugs. And then there are people who are just brushing it off now. But it's a Bethesda game. But I think they should stop with that excuse. It's just because it's a Bethesda game does not mean it needs to have glitches and stuff.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be fixed down the road. No. It should be fixed before it launches.
Yeah. I understand that making an open world game nowadays is like an impossibility to like. The fact that people can still make open world games today and it could still run fine is like a miracle almost,
Yeah.
Because like GTA 5, as amazing as that is, still has a plethora of different bugs and glitches and stuff because it's so big and massive they can't test everything, right?
Yeah. And when these developers, you make a game and they thoroughly test everything, but when you give the game out to someone, you give it out to the audience, you don't know what they're gonna do. So they're gonna find stuff that the developers are not finding. So obviously, if you do certain things at certain orders or at certain places, crazy things are gonna happen, and that's when shit hits the fan. And
it's like, let me get this book, let me jump on this book, and holy shit, I'm flying.
Yep.
You ever seen that glitch?
No, I haven't, but that sounds really funny.
Yeah, Fallout 4. There was somebody who posted on Reddit that like they had a book, they were like holding it, and then they jumped on it and they were fucking flying 58 feet in the air. It was the same thing with Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion. Yeah,
Oblivion.
Yeah, it was the same shit. Somebody found the glitch that it was a weird glitch that if you had a stack of books again and you just kept jumping on them in the beginning area, you could skip the entire game and go to the very end.
That's
the
crazy.
Ending.
Yeah. It's always in the books, man. Yeah, and like I said, it's the developers, programmers don't know what people are gonna do with once you give them the game, the program. That works with anything really, any application. You don't know what the audience is gonna do with it, so you don't know what the hell people are just gonna look around, stack books, start jumping on books. You don't know that, so it's hard to pinpoint stuff like that. But do you see other publishers going that route of withholding review copies?
Well, like I said, this is probably not a black and white topic. I think what they're actually thinking is more about the pre-orders and such. Because if review copies come out and they're like, wow, this game is garbage, and people will be like, oh, I'm not going to pre-order this anymore, and we're just going to stop it.
Well, one thing I say a lot is, you stop pre-ordering. Yeah. That's, if you really want to wait and want to really hear what others have to say about the game, reviewers, then just wait. Wait until the actual game launches, and wait until some reviews come out to see if this is a game that you'd want to try.
But like game developers are trying really tricky stuff to get you to pre-order. Pre-order and you'll get like a level 100 boost, or pre-order, or you'll play the game one day earlier.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot, and
Dishonored too.
That's just a bad path. I believe that's just. I don't know. Maybe that will be the new review versions of the game. Pre-order the game and you'll get it a week earlier, right?
Yeah.
It's like, here, you guys wanna review this game? Sure, you can pre-order the game, and we'll let you play it a week earlier, and that's how you review the game. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just something I don't. It could be a possibility. I could see people, developers doing that, publishers doing that. But yeah, that's not good. So just to counter that, just stop pre-ordering games and wait and see. I mean, I've pre-ordered a lot of games that I've just been way disappointed in because it was overhyped. Right. And when I got it, I played for a few hours and I'm like, no, this game just doesn't work for me.
No, I mean, I've never really had enough money to even pre-order, so I've not really done that.
Yeah. All right. Next item on the list. Titanfall 2, no season pass. Did you hear about this?
Yes, slightly, not a lot though.
So yeah, Titanfall 2, just came out recently.
Right.
They announced that there will be no season pass. That everything will be free. Maps, multiplayer maps will be free. Now, that I think is how games should come out.
Right.
Everything should be. If everything isn't on the disc,
right,
then you should have, free stuff to have players keep coming back to the game.
Right.
Now here's the thing.
Right.
Here's the thing that I want to know, because it says no season pass. Now usually a season pass contains extra maps, extra modes, usually extra characters, whatever. That's what the season pass contains. Now they say no season pass, but does that mean that they won't come out? Because this is from EA, right? This is
right.
I believe Titanfall 2 is coming from EA as well. Now, are they saying that there will be no DLC that has to be paid for? Like, maybe down the line, are they going to decide, let's release this new DLC that's going to be paid only?
Right.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a map. It doesn't necessarily have to be a mode or whatever. But is it going to be all DLC is going to be free? DLC is going to be free, or just saying no season pass? So, what do you think?
I don't know. Like, I think it's kind of crazy that I mean, this isn't a new, thing. A lot of games like, MOBAs do that. Every month we'll come out with a new hero, and they'll be totally free if you can buy them with your in-store, coins. Yeah. And same with Overwatch. It comes out with a new hero, and it's totally free.
But there's always a catch, right? There's
yeah,
like you said, you have to buy them with in-game currency that you get by playing the game.
Yeah. Except for Overwatch, Ana came out totally free. Like, for everyone.
Well, I expect a game like Overwatch to have free champions, because you do pay a price for it.
Right, because you paid for the whole game. It's not like
price,
not like League of Legends where it's a free to play game, but all these characters are gonna waste. You gotta play like 200 games to own everybody. It's not even.
Yeah. Like I said, that's true. Hopefully, a lot more developers follow that, as no season pass, everything's free. I don't see it catching on as much.
No,
but yeah. Hopefully, that's something I want to see.
Like, it's crazy to think, because back in the old times, back in the 2000s, games would come out with extra features to seem like it has more than other games. Like Resident Evil 4 came out with like an extra campaign after you beat it. It came out with new weapons and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that was all in the disc. You just pay it, that's all there. No DLC. Nowadays, it's like, now we have to have DLC because we've got to expunge every bit of money you have,
Expunge. That's funny. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Hopefully this catches on, and we'll get more games like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next item on the list, No Man's Sky. Did you see that tweet that was tweeted out by No Man's Sky from Hello Games?
That's just making me laugh.
So what was the tweet?
The tweet was nothing more than No Man's Sky was a mistake, and then it's deleted.
And so the speculation was that the Twitter account, I guess the Twitter account got hacked.
Right.
and someone just typed that in and tweeted that out. But then a lot of articles came out saying the account didn't get hacked, and it was actually a disgruntled employee. And then there's some people saying it was Sean Murray himself who said that.
Wow.
Who knows? But this is
I
at
never
least
heard
they're
that
acknowledging
one,
that
actually.
No Man's Sky was a mistake, right?
Yeah, I never heard that one. That Sean Murray was the one doing that.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it in I forgot. I think it was a Forbes article saying Sean Murray was the.
Where the hell is he?
I don't know, man.
He disappeared.
They've been quiet all this time, but I'm gonna have to agree with the tweet. No Man's Sky was a mistake. That was, like I said, that was one of the games that was really hyped. I actually pre-ordered it.
Right.
Played it. Found it so boring.
Right.
Nothing to do. I just decided, you know what, this isn't good. I want a refund.
That was a weird game. I mean,
Yep.
anybody who was like talking to Sean Murray about the game, he would answer yes to basically every question. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, hey, are you gonna have like bounty hunting? He's like, yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, combat arena or flight arena. Yeah, we're gonna have that.
Political influences? Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people got disappointed by that game, but a lot of people pre-order it,
Well,
and that's what happens.
I can kind of see what happened with No Man's Sky. Like, they had this big vision that obviously they could never fulfill fully. But I feel like they could have done a bit more work on it. Like, if they had maybe another year to work on it, they would have been maybe better. Yeah, but like
a bigger team as well.
yeah, but you got to keep in mind that at the time of them delaying their games, they were getting death threats. You know, like that after their third delay, a ton of people actually were sending them directly like to their email death threats, like, why aren't you releasing this? I'm gonna kill your family. You know, it's like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I kind of feel them. You know, like I understand like why they would have been a bit hesitant to say, oh, we got to delay it again, but at the same time, maybe you should have delayed it.
Yeah, it was one of those instances that it was overhyped, and I guess there wasn't enough time to plan everything out and put everything that they wanted into the game, and it was rushed. It was rushed to get it out, and
But then again, it's like I feel like it's kind of hard to believe that this game would have every animal you meet will be unique. You know, everybody will have unique attributes and unique voices. When I don't know, algorithms can only take you so far.
yeah, it's true. All right, and lastly on our list, on our news and rumors list, Steam Halloween sales
Right.
started today. I think it was today. I believe it was today.
Yeah, 28th.
Which is Friday the 28th. Go check them out, guys, if you haven't. There's some good games there. They have good prices. And it ends the 2nd, I believe. November 1st. It ends November 1st. So get on that if you haven't. Yeah, Day of the Dead. All right.
Do you know any spooky horror games people could play?
A lot of people. I haven't tried it myself.
Right.
But what is that game called? Dead by Daylight? Is it Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, I heard that game's pretty good. I'll check that one out. Since it's on sale, and I'll look into that.
I haven't actually checked the sale, so I don't really know what's on sale. Let's see. Penumbra's good. That's a great game.
Penumbra. Yeah.
You ever played that?
No. Are there any
Survival horror
since
game.
you're actually looking through it? Are there any VR gaming spooky games that are on sale?
Horror movies? No. I don't know. Are there any like VR horror games?
They're very very what do you say that? Abundant. They're out there.
There's a lot of VR stuff, but
There's a lot of.
I don't know if any of them are complete.
No, they're just small demos, small, little take you through a little area, just get scared, and that's it.
No, it doesn't seem like VR stuff. But there's like Resident Evil 4, which is great. Dead by Daylight, Soma. That's an okay game.
Yeah, I'll have to look through all of them to see what games I don't have, and what games I would play. Well, you know what, this happens every sale. You know, I see the games, I want to buy them, and they just go back to my backlog because I never get to play them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Steam sales. Go check them out.
All right. Let's go for the new games. Let's get some new games in here.
New games this week. What do you got, Goose?
We got Civilization 6.
Oh, damn. Yep,
you ever played that one?
From a lot of people that that have it, a lot of friends that who own it. Very addicting. That's what I hear.
It's Civ. It's always addicting.
Yeah. I haven't played it myself. I played Civ 5 with my fiance. Though we didn't get far because I got mad.
I love Civ so much, though. I love Civ 5. I have so many stories. Like the thing I love about the Civ games is that you can create your own history in that. You know, I've always felt that way whenever I played those games.
Oh yeah, make alliances, betray people.
Fucking
awesome
Persia. I have a long history with Persia, and I still haven't beaten that game.
Yeah.
Fuck Persia.
Now is this still going through the through old history and into modern times? What was that? There was a Civ game that went into like the future or like different planets, right?
Civ Beyond Earth, I think.
Beyond Earth. Okay, so it doesn't go past that. So
I heard Beyond Earth was okay. I heard that was like kind of confusing and just wasn't that great, but it was still okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah. Are you a fan of 4K games? Like games like Civ?
I mean, the only one I've actually really played is Civ. Other than that, I mean, maybe off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything else. But yes, I mean, Civ does it right?
Yeah.
And it's addicting for a reason.
Yeah, those are. I love 4K games. That's why I'm so addicted to like Civ and other games like that. But all right, next game. Dark Souls 3: Ashes of Ariandel. That's a DLC expansion, and I hear it's not that great.
It's not that great, really. What's wrong with it?
I don't know. People are saying it's like really repetitive, and it's just not that amazing. You know.
Yeah.
Have you played Dark Souls? Like any of them?
Yes, I have. Very hard games. But I like that. I enjoyed them. I never really finished them. That's the issue with me. I get to a certain part, and then I don't know. Maybe something new comes out, or I'm busy with something else. And I just never finish it, and I never go back to them. So this expansion pack, I don't think I'm gonna get it because again I haven't finished the other one.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Dark Souls is a game like if you played one of the Dark Souls games, you've played them all. Honestly,
pretty much.
I've basically been through a burnout with them recently.
Yeah.
Dark Souls
repetitive.
2 is just not that great.
Next game. It's Professor Nasty time.
Professor
the
Nasty
stupidly
time.
unfair test simulator. 2016.
What is that? All right, tell me, what is that?
That is a game that was a mistake. I don't know. Like I looked it up. It said that there was a new game coming out this week, Professor Nasty Time. Saw it on Steam. I saw the trailer. It's full of like bad actors, bad LPers I've never heard of before.
What the fuck?
And then it cuts to gameplay that looks a lot like Super Meat Boy.
Okay.
And since it all looked really dumb and stupid, I was like, okay, I'll buy it. It's $2. So I bought it. It was a mistake. I don't like it.
Yeah? How does it play?
It plays like Super Meat Boy, but made by people who don't understand the fundamentals of Super Meat Boy.
Now, the name of this is Stupidly Unfair Test Simulator.
Right.
Now, when I think of that, I'm thinking, like quizzes. It's just stupid tests like that.
Right.
That are unfair. Like maybe something that's like brain teaser. Like they get you or something. So it has nothing to do with that, right?
No. It's just a platformer, and it's bad. It's really bad.
It's really bad. So why'd you get it? To get your money back?
No, because I don't know if I can make a good video out of that with my channel.
No.
So we'll see.
Oh, well. You got what, 2 hours before you
Yeah.
can get your money back?
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's bad. All right, next one is Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2. Yep, big game, big game.
Have you played Titanfall 2?
I have not. It just came out, so I have not. I played Titanfall 1. It was multiplayer. The first one was multiplayer only. I did enjoy it for a bit. I know Titanfall 2 is coming out with single player as well.
Okay.
But maybe I'll take a look into that. Yeah, I don't know. Titanfall 1 wasn't my thing. I enjoyed it for a bit, but it wasn't really my thing. So who knows?
I don't know. I've had some FPS fatigue lately. I don't really care for like modern day war shooters. So yeah, it's just. Well, I mean, it takes place in the future with giant mechs, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
Overwatch really, it really put something new. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I love the graphics. I love the art style. That was great. Titanfall 2 just looks like another it looks like Call of Duty.
No Call of Duty, yeah.
And I know a lot of people will hate me for saying that.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of modern day shooters, Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1 came out this week.
Not modern at all because it takes place in 1914, but whatever.
I still haven't gotten it. I really do want to get it. I've enjoyed the past Battlefield games, and I've enjoyed the Star Wars game. So I've heard a lot of good things about this.
You know, like I know it's weird for me to say, but I feel like Battlefield as a franchise is kind of underrated when you compare it to like Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, and that I don't know why, because Battlefield, every time I see like screenshots and GIFs, I see like people jumping off of planes, blowing up shit, and
I love seeing those. There's those moments that you just do crazy stuff.
Yeah,
out of airplanes and stuff. Yeah, that's just awesome. And the thing is, I can never do those in game myself.
yeah.
So that's just totally right. I don't know if these guys set it up or it just randomly happens, but I can never do that in game.
It's like those Call of Duty people who just do a 360 no scope like all day. They just play it all day.
Hacks.
Yeah. It's bullshit. But yeah, I want to check out Battlefield 1 if I can get a rig that's good enough to play it.
Never know, man.
Yeah. Skyrim Remaster came out today, right?
Skyrim Remaster came out. Yep, came out the 28th. Yes, 28th. I think it was actually the 27th.
How much do you know about this game?
So I played the first one. I played it with mods. I liked it. Yeah, it got me hooked, especially with the mods. So I'm currently downloading the remaster edition, because if you have Skyrim and all the DLC, you can get the remastered edition for free. Or not the remastered edition. What is it? It's called Special Edition.
Special edition. Oh shit! I fucked that.
So yeah. If you have Skyrim, the original Skyrim with all the DLC, you can get Skyrim the Special Edition for free, for a free upgrade basically.
That's awesome.
So I'm currently downloading that game, and I'm gonna check it out. From the few people that I've played it, I've talked to, definitely improvements in the graphics. But there are some some bit of problems here and there.
Yeah, I hear like the audio has gone way down.
Yeah, audio downgrade, or and one of my a friend of mine is concerned that he can't push it past the 60 frames per second because he has one of those 144 hertz monitors.
Yeah,
and he wants to push it past that, and for some reason he can't push it past 60 frames per second. So we'll see. I don't know, but I gotta test it out.
Skyrim's a great game, especially with those mods. But I like anytime I see a graphics mod for Skyrim, I would see like really pretty, flowers and shit.
Yeah.
But then when people actually download them, it's like it's so goddamn laggy. I can't play it at all.
Oh yeah, I mean those pictures are always like set pieces. Like what do they call them? Bull shots or something like that.
Yeah, bull shots.
Yeah. They set it up so it looks real nice. You up the resolution, up the graphics all the way up, and who cares if you're going 2 frames a second, as long as you take that awesome shot and you can post it on Reddit. It's all good.
Yeah, okay. But next one is Dragon Ball Z, Xenoverse 2.
No, I haven't played those. I haven't played those at all. So
Right.
I mean, have you?
I played a little bit of Xenoverse 1.
Okay.
It was pretty funny making your own character. The fact that you can make your own character in a Dragon Ball game is really cool. And I think this is actually the kind of mix-up that Dragon Ball franchise needs when it comes to video games, because every single Dragon Ball game that comes out is either an RPG or a fighting game. Like, obviously, right? But they need to do something different, and I feel like this is the different thing they need.
So is this an RPG?
No, it's a bit of both. Like it has RPG elements. I think it's been a while since I played it, but it's mostly a fighting game.
Yeah, because I think the last game I've played of in the Dragon Ball universe was I think it was on the PS2. It was a while ago. It was.
Oh my god,
it was a really long time ago, and it was just a fighting game. It's just one on one, and I haven't played any of these games, so I don't know what's the deal with them. I don't know if there's an RPG. We were walking around the universe collecting stuff, or I don't know if it's just still one on one and you're still fighting. But the fact that you can create a character, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed the Dragon Ball games, but that's probably because I've only played like 3. The 20 of them came out maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, check it out. Next one is the Insult Simulator.
Okay, so that's that name right there. Yeah, you just lost me right there. Tell me about this game.
I picked it just because of the name, so I checked it out. I haven't played it, but from what I've seen, it's pretty much as it says. It's an insult simulator. All you do is play as a character, and it's multiplayer. You can play online with other people.
Oh.
And you choose the insults you want to give them. So, like, your mother's a whore or something like that.
And when did this come out?
That came out the 25th, I believe.
25th, okay.
Yeah.
So is it? So it's just you talking to each other? That's it?
Well, not with mics. It's like a dialogue box, right?
Oh, okay.
So you choose from the dialogue box, and you say like, "Oh, your dad's a fat asshole." And it just keeps adding up. It's like a fighting game with a dialogue box and with insults, basically.
Interesting.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Gotta check that out.
Yeah. All right, next one, and the final one, that is Batman: The Telltale Series, Episode 3, New World Order. Fuck, that's long.
Well, I haven't played that game at all.
Have you played any? You played some of the Telltale games, right?
Yeah, I played Telltale games. I'm waiting because I'm a big Batman fan. I'm waiting for all the episodes to come out for this.
Right, of course.
Because I just want to play it in one go. I don't want to play it, play one episode, then wait for the next episode to come out. No, I want to play it all in one go so I can enjoy it as a whole.
Yeah. Telltale games are to me, it's like the same thing with Dark Souls games. It's like once you played one, you've played them all. And it's the same thing. I've had Telltale fatigue. I've played Wolf Among Us, The Walking Dead, the Game of Thrones one, which I didn't really complete.
The Borderlands one.
I didn't play that one because I'm not interested in Borderlands. But yeah, it's once you start one of them, it's and you start to understand that Telltale, when it comes to these narrative games, it gives you a real clear illusion of choice. Everything you choose won't actually affect the story, and it
Mass Effect 3 again.
Yeah, man, it really depresses me. So that's why I don't really like playing Telltale games until they do something different.
Well, I do like the story elements of the games. Like you said, once you played one, you pretty much play them all. But I guess the different universes that they take place in, like the Batman one. I am a big Batman fan, so that's one game I really want to play.
Of course.
I played the Borderlands one because I did enjoy the Borderlands, and it's just a universe they put you in that makes it good.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the Wolf Among Us. That was amazing.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
All right, awesome, great list of new games, and from that, I just want to talk to you about Goose. I want to talk to you about MMOs.
Yeah.
The state of MMOs. Where are we with MMOs, Goose? Tell me.
I think we are in an outdated state.
Outdated
with MMOs.
state.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest questions I have about MMOs are they still viable? Is what I'm trying to get to. Do you see a company, a publisher, anyone coming out with a new MMO and being successful, being viable?
No, I think the age of trying to take over WoW's reign is gone past. It's been 10. How many years is it? 12 years now since WoW came out?
It's been a long time.
And, it's been nobody's been able to take him down, and I don't think it's because I think people have given up not because we can't take them down, but only because of the fact that League of Legends is doing better. I feel like
so it's the MMO genre in general is dying, I guess.
And I suppose like there's gonna be MMOs all the time.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be MMOs
China's gonna come out with something.
And this is I wanted this to be the main topic of today's episode because there's been a lot of news in MMOs recently. For example, Warcraft Legion, the new Karazhan, and I'm saying new in quotes because Karazhan has been there in the first expansion of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade.
Yeah.
And now they're coming out with a revamped version of it for a 5-man group.
Okay.
And it's using the same assets or most of the same assets. It's using some of the same bosses. I don't know if this same mechanics or not. But this is why I say the new Karazhan came out for WoW Legion. They just seem to be rehashing old stuff now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole expansion is based around Illidan, and like the fan and nostalgia for Illidan as a demon hunter and stuff, So I don't know.
Yeah, and with other news in the MMOs, I know Star Wars: The Old Republic announced a new expansion, a new expansion for their Knights of the Eternal Throne, coming out sometime December.
It was only until I read that I realized that Star Wars had an MMO. I forgot about that.
Right? You really don't hear much about that anymore. That game was overhyped. I feel it got a lot of hype. I played it for a bit. It was really fun.
I did too. I really liked the single player campaign a lot.
Like I was a big MMO fan. I started with EverQuest, moved on to Warcraft,
right.
and then after like we said earlier, we try to look for different games, and I moved on from Warcraft looking for the next big MMO, and I went to Star Wars. I went to Guild Wars, and I tried all those MMOs, and
right.
yeah, and I really enjoyed Star Wars. It had a really good leveling experience through story wise. Everything was voice acted. The quests were really good. The story was really well done. Depending on which class you had, you had a different story, but it all ended up the same way.
That was the most shocking thing I think about the Star Wars Online. Was it Star Wars: The Old Republic?
Yeah, Star Wars: The Old Republic.
So that was the most shocking thing about that game. Was like when you play games like World of Warcraft, you don't care about the story that much. You just kind of slog through these quests.
No, that's true. Yeah,
you don't really mind. But when I was playing like my character, I don't know, it was like a red guy. And I really love this story. Like, oh, you got to go through this trial. Oh, there's some bullshit going on with this trial. Somebody's trying to kill you. It's just awesome. But after a while, it's like, am I really playing an MMO, or do I just really want to play the single player? Right.
And a lot of people saying, well, it should have been, what is it, KOTOR 3, right?
Yeah.
It should have been that instead of trying to make an MMO and trying to compete. With World of Warcraft and all that stuff. It should have just been its own single-player campaign. It was nice. I enjoyed it with my time playing it. The dungeons, the raids. On our server, we were first in most of the raids. So it was a good experience. I liked it, but again, got stale. At least for me, got stale, and I just I couldn't continue anymore.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14 also announced a new expansion coming out.
I haven't heard that one at all.
There is a trailer going around, Stormblood.
Okay.
Didn't show much. I did play Final Fantasy 14 for a bit. I actually played it before it was I guess scrapped down and then rebuilt.
Yeah.
When Final Fantasy 14 came out, that was horrible. It was I don't know how I played it.
Right.
It was bad. It was literally bad. There was like nothing to do. You just went around killing shit just to get experience. It was bad.
I'm sure the role players enjoyed it a lot.
Probably. I didn't enjoy it. And the fact that all the zones looked exactly the same, there was
Right.
like very little difference, just made the game even more dull. Like it was just not fun. I don't know how I played it. Then they broke it down. They shut it down and they rebuilt it, and they came out with the new version, which
Realm Reborn.
yep, which was definitely what I expected the Final Fantasy MMO to be.
I thought that game was pretty funny in terms of lore, because if you play the game and you go through the tutorial and all that stuff, you will talk to NPCs who are like, "Oh, you remember the old days back in the other world? I don't, because that was shit."
Yeah,
that's how it felt like. It's like, do you remember? Nope, not at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, so I mean, there was a previous expansion, Heaven's Sword, was it?
Yeah,
I didn't play it. I didn't go for much further with Final Fantasy 14, so I didn't play the next expansion. I saw the video for Stormblood, and again, they didn't show much. But you never know. I've got friends that do play it.
I really loved Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah,
I really did. Like, I love it. It kind of brought like a best of both worlds kind of thing. It's like I love the single player, and I really, really love the multiplayer. Like, the world events was an awesome idea that was like better done than Guild Wars 2, I feel like.
no.
And yeah, I just really love playing it. It's just, I don't know. I only played like a 2-week trial, and after that I was like, oh, I gotta pay monthly. No,
Yeah.
that's we still gotta do that. Like, seriously.
And speaking of Guild Wars 2, like what that was another hyped game that I felt it fell short for what was delivering.
Yeah, and the thing about that is, like, anybody who was playing Guild Wars 2 at the time really tried to defend it. Like, they were like, oh, but the combat's really good. The PvP's, you know what? The raids don't really matter. It's all about PvP.
Yeah.
It's like, no, but like, it's still an MMO. I still want to try out raids and stuff.
I enjoyed the combat. That was refreshing.
Yeah, it was absolutely
The raid
refreshing.
things, I still once in a while get on the subreddit for Guild Wars 2. A lot of people complaining that because of the raids, the new meta is changing, where it requires like 2 mesmers and one in each group.
Oh, that's
and that's pushing away other classes. But yeah, I mean, that's I played Guild Wars 2. I played it when it launched. I played it right before the expansion came out, and I just couldn't go with the new expansion. I just couldn't. For some
they only
reason,
have one expansion, right?
yeah, they only have one expansion, and I just couldn't. I don't know. I just couldn't. Maybe if it goes on sale, I'll try it out. Or if when the next expansion, maybe they'll make this expansion free, and then I'll try that out. But it's just it just fell short for me. It's just I don't know.
Like, I remember playing Guild Wars 1, and I remember how really condensed that felt.
Yeah.
Because there were like worlds, there would be like towns, and you had to go through a portal to actually play the game, and it was kind of just dense. But I felt like the PvP was really cool, guild versus guild shit. And it was the same thing with Guild Wars 2. It had like worlds versus worlds, which is awesome. You could just join a battlefield and do whatever you want. But yeah, like you said, it was just something missing about it.
And although it was an MMO, and MMOs for like massive multiplayer,
Yeah.
Guild Wars 1, what it had was you can play the game solo. You can hire you can hire NPCs to go with you in the party.
Right.
I
remember that.
It was very solo friendly. Guild Wars 2, they advertised it was going to be solo friendly as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone wants to play with a group, or maybe a guild has a small amount of players. Then for some reason Guild Wars 2 just didn't deliver with that solo friendliness kind of thing. I don't know.
Well, Guild Wars 2 really tried to push it with the with the MMO aspect. Like, everything seemed a lot bigger and a lot more like
Alive.
community friendly. Yeah, community friendly and such. But I don't know, and I want to come back, but anytime I would come back, I'm like, it's not that great.
I don't even remember my password, so I would have to reset my password. Yeah, like I would have.
It's the same thing with me. Guild Wars 1, I totally forgot my password. I have no idea.
I would have to, in the process of how you get the password, you need to like send in your CD key or something like that.
Oh shit! I still have that actually.
And The thing is, I ordered it online, so that email with my CD key, I don't know where it is. So
Right.
I mean, I tried to get back in it, and I was like, I don't know where my CD key is. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna go in. I'm not gonna play. Whatever.
Yeah.
So again, where are we with MMOs? Like, do you see any big companies coming out with a new MMO?
No, like MMOs are just so risky. Earlier we were talking about like how big open world games are so like impossible to make nowadays.
Yeah.
Imagine how an MMO is like.
Oh, yeah.
That shit is bigger, and you gotta control all these servers and such. It's kind of crazy to think anybody would want to go after that nowadays. Like, when was the last time in E3 that anybody actually made any announcements about any MMOs?
You know what? I can't think of anything right now. I know there's MMOs coming out like what's it called? There's Korean MMOs coming out.
Of course,
there's always Korean MMOs. Well, they're already out in Korea,
right.
but they're like being localized in America. What is that? Black Desert and games like
right.
that.
I heard about that, and I was like, oh, maybe this will be a thing, and then it came out, and people were like, yeah, it's not that great.
No, it's not that great. And you start seeing it. One of the biggest I guess hints that MMOs are, well, not in trouble, but I just
Right.
don't see people taking those risks anymore.
Right.
EverQuest Next was hyped to be the next MMO that did things differently, sandbox mode, whatever. And what happened? I think it was sold. The company was sold,
Right.
and EverQuest Next was canceled.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
is, that is
to me,
that is
it's-
sad.
to me, the thing that gave away that MMOs aren't going to be a thing anymore was when Blizzard just canceled Project Titan.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
And-
they were like, this is going to be the next big thing. And they were like, no, man, this is not the next big
It
thing.
wasn't
The same thing.
Have you seen that video with the
The-
documentary of Overwatch?
Yeah,
or
I've seen it.
something, and how they were saying, it's just not fun anymore. It wasn't
Yeah.
fun. It wasn't fun for them to play, so they decided to go a different route. And
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna lie though, I like Overwatch, and I would like to experience Overwatch, the Overwatch universe.
World of Overwatch.
Yeah, the world of Overwatch. I don't know, like maybe in a single player campaign or something that introduces I like the videos that they have, but
Right.
to experience that, to play in that universe, that would be awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that would be awesome. But if they for some reason thought it wasn't good enough, then they have a good reason, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just not
Well-
fun. Maybe they thought it wasn't gonna live up to their pedigree, their name.
Well, I mean, it's like MMOs in terms of the model that MMOs run on nowadays, it's just outdated. People don't want to pay monthly for a game
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
People don't want to, like, if you're going free to play, you're gonna be like pay to win, or the items you want to buy, like with real in-world money, is just
Yep.
not worth it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want this skin. I don't want that boost.
Yeah, with the exception of I guess the exception of World of Warcraft and like Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. But
those
even then,
games-
Final Fantasy 14 has like gone down. I've actually looked up servers, and like there are probably about, even though it's like the trailers all say it's like 10 million people bought the game. It's like I looked up the servers, and about like 100,000, 70,000 people are actually playing.
Yeah. And again, like you said, it's true. No one wants to pay for those anymore.
Yeah.
With free games coming out, with like Dota 2, League of Legends, even Blizzard's own Heroes of the Storm. Those games are free to play. Those games have millions of players playing them. More competitive, and
Right.
yeah.
And
I
you
don't
can't
know.
be competitive with an MMO, like even Blizzard is trying to push their PvP with World of Warcraft to be like this competitive big thing,
Yeah, I don't. And me, my view, my opinion. I don't think PvP will ever work in an MMO, because there's so much you need to balance between PvP and PvE that it's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
I mean, there in certain games, like in mobile games, there are champions that are pretty OP, but
Of course.
they could be countered, and once you learn how to play around them, they could be countered, or they'll get nerfed or whatever. And then if you really want truly PvP, you want you go to like a shooter game like Counter Strike Go or something like that,
Or Overwatch.
or Overwatch. But yeah, but just PvP in MMOs. Just I just never felt like it ever worked. You know, there's always that comp that's always just too powerful.
It's like
And-
people still, like, 12 years later, people still play the Rogue in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, and you know that's not then nothing's gonna happen because if you nerf them, then they're gonna be nerfed in PvE, and then you know it's just a domino effect that that happens. So you know, so where do we go with MMOs now? Like you know what's happening? What's you know?
Well, like I said, the next big thing looks like it's going to be MOBAs. Like,
MOBAs.
every company has been trying to make their own MOBA nowadays.
But even then, you already have an established mobile market of MMO of MOBAs that you know it's really hard. It's gonna get that stagnant feeling again, like the MMOs.
But, you know, people are still trying to take down Dota and League of Legends, which is an impossible task.
Yeah, you know, I think you know the way people are going now, the way companies are going now are not necessarily massive multiplayer games, like not necessarily MMOs like Warcraft, not you know, more as in multiplayer games in a hub with a certain number of players. So like for instance, the Grand Theft Auto game, GTA 5.
Okay.
Right. I don't know if you've heard from these leaked. I don't know what they were. Leaked information that GTA was bypassing all single player DLC and focusing on GTA Online.
Yeah.
Now you know in the GTA server there aren't many players in that GTA server. You can server hop and all that stuff. You can create your own little place for you and your friends.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot of players. It's not MMO-ish like but I feel like that's what they're trying to do. That's what Rockstar's trying to do, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to go that route. So like I said, they're in this leaked information. They're bypassing all the single player single player DLC.
Well, and it's the same with, like, Red Dead Redemption 2. Or rather, what is it? Redemption 2, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They made kind of a big deal out of their MMO because, you know, if you went to their website, it's like, experience the new Red Dead Redemption and also experience a brand new multiplayer that will blow your mind, you know?
Yeah, I think that's where they're heading. You know, they saw how GTA was making good money on GTA Online, the microtransactions, and you know, instead of focusing on the single player, they're gonna release a single player, but instead of focusing on the single player DLC, everything now is gonna be online. You know, from the leaked information that they're gonna release, what is it? Liberty City expansion map or Yorktown or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, and then Las Venturas DLC map. Like they're just focusing on that, and I think I see that as the future of where multiplayer is going. You know, not necessarily MMOs,
Yeah.
but that's where they're going.
I think where MMOs are really going is, like, either you become this, you know, big breathing world like Red Dead Redemption 2 or like GTA Online, or you become a competitive thing. Because every time I see a new game come out, they have, like, this new competitive thing. It's seasons, we got ranks and stuff. Even with I played Uncharted 4, and that has a fucking, like, seasons thing, you know?
Yeah, like seasons.
Yeah, seasonal stuff.
Season PvP and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, do you really care about the rank you have in Uncharted 4? Like,
no.
really?
Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, and I hate to see MMOs leave, but unfortunately, you know, they're gonna dwindle down slowly unless someone comes up with this amazing, maybe VR MMO. That's gonna be the next thing,
Jesus.
right? Imagine that. What's that anime that has that VR MMO? Is it a VR
Soul
MMO?
Art, Soul. No. What is
Sword
it?
Art? Sword Art?
Sword Art Online. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that. That'd be crazy. But you know, unless someone figures out a way to just create the ultimate MMO. Like, you ever read that book, Ready Player One?
No, I haven't.
It's a good book. Takes place in the near future, but basically, it's the premise of the story is that these guys are in a giant MMO, where basically all MMOs are connected to this one MMO, so you can play. I just imagine that. So you can just hop around between worlds as you may. So you can hop between the World of Warcraft and then in the same game hop around to like Final Fantasy.
But that's so far into the future that we're probably not gonna even be alive for that.
You never know, man. Maybe someone's they're gonna say let's connect our IPs and make the ultimate MMO.
Let's do that thing they did in Avatar with their ponytails and shit.
make it VR, make it whatever. And hey, that's probably the next MMO. But from what I see, they're dwindling. You know, I think the big MMOs are out there already.
Yeah.
As in, you know, Warcraft, Star Wars, Final Fantasy, those Korean MMOs.
Because it's crazy when you think about it. Like 8 years ago, everybody was trying to take on World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
You know, there were so many free to play MMOs,
Yeah,
but they're like.
You just reminded me of another one, Rift. You know.
Oh my God, I forgot about
that. You see that commercial? We're not in Azeroth anymore, or something like that.
Yeah.
It was trying to compete with Warcraft, and it wasn't good.
It's not good.
Didn't happen.
No. I didn't like it. Your brother loves that game. I hated that game.
I played it. I just didn't like how. I didn't like a lot of things about the game. It was alright, but it wasn't for me. You know.
Secret World was another one.
Secret World was fun. It was definitely a different MMO, different kind of combat. Well, not combat, but like just leveling wise.
It was different. I really loved the puzzles. Really loved the puzzles.
Yes, the puzzles, the missions that they had you do.
Yeah.
There was one mission that you had to actually decode. What is it? Morse code.
Morse code. Yeah. Morse code.
That was insane. That's something like you actually have to read and look into.
That was so cool because I love ARGs. Sombra isn't my first ARG that I've been a part of, but when you had to actually look up stuff and you had to go outside of the game to actually, figure this shit out, I love that so very much.
Yeah. Hey, and maybe they'll do a real life MMO where you real life is MMO, right?
Well, that's ARGs, I think.
I don't, like I said, don't see anything happening. It's gotten stale. That genre has gotten stale for me, at least for me. I don't know how the audience feels about that. Maybe they feel otherwise. Maybe they feel like they're still thriving. They're still viable. But
let us know.
What
you think in the comments down below.
All right, guys, that is the end of our podcast. Like us if you liked us. Subscribe if you want more podcasts like this. And leave some comments below. Let us know. Thank you all. Have a good day.
Yep. Bye. The fuck was that?
All right, I'm gonna stop recording now.